No, you're working.
Oh, okay, good. Hi, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. Today is Sunday, where we sew on a Sunday. So Sunday. It is the 7th, right? Yeah, the 7th of March. And not only are we going to sit and chat while I do sewing and cutting and stuff, we're also going to draw a winner for the giveaway from last week's when I put together the square in a square and I quilted it and everything, and it's all ready to go to its new winner, whoever it may be, in a little while. So
Only 4 people, but I'm sure
hi,
since
Katrina.
we're doing
Hi,
the giveaway,
Judy.
we'll have more.
Hi, Patricia. So today I'm working on my Cleopatra blocks. You guys know I've been working on these for a while, and I decided before I cannot use my for a long time, I'm just going to go ahead and chop everything up and just start sewing. I only need to make 8 more blocks.
I need a...
So I'm in the middle of cutting 8 more blocks worth so that I can just get this Cleopatra thing, this Cleopatra quilt together. It's really taken a lot of time, and I keep putting it aside on the shelf because it requires cutting of templates, which takes a long time, a lot of work for sure. So yeah, and the chat stopped working on here.
You have Nita and Colleen saying hi.
Hi, Nita. Hi, Colleen.
Did you get it to come back up?
Yes, now I did. So yeah, today I'm just going to chop all these up and we'll just sit and chat. You guys can ask questions, blah blah blah, or whatever you want. We'll just chat about whatever while I cut. I'm in the process. I've got 2 more colors to cut of 1 or 3 letters, and then I'm going to switch to 2 more letters and more colors and blah blah blah, trying to use up the most I can get out of my fat quarters. So
You want me to take it?
no, you can take that now.
I'm
gonna start cutting, and it requires me to stand because I can't sit and cut with these angles of these templates. So
June says hi.
hello, June. So I'm just gonna start cutting because that's what I've been doing this whole time today. I've been working on these today. So welcome everybody. Glad you can make it. And later when we have every
Want me to move the camera up?
Draw a name. No. You'll see me getting into all sorts of positions and angles.
Trying to cut. You're frozen. There you go. Now you're moving. Hi, Linda.
We're on my phone today. We thought it would be a good idea.
It's moving again. Hi, Jill. Jill says hi.
Hello. I'm just trying to get the most of what I can out of all of my pieces.
Hi, Angela.
Hello, hello. Welcome.
Hi, Emily. Emily Harwell says hello.
Hello.
Ray Jean says hello.
Hi.
Hello. Kelly Green.
Welcome, welcome. So you guys that are joining, I'm just working on my Cleopatra fan blocks.
Maxie Doodle says, yay, made it live.
And I'm trying to get all of my wonderful colors chopped out.
Hello, Rowena. Hello, Katrina.
In advance. That way I don't have to, I can just sew all of my left 8 to do. And I'm putting myself in all these awkward angles just to chop everything up. It's a lot of work here, a lot of work.
Rachel says hello. She says I made it.
Hello.
Nancy says hi.
Hello. All right, next. One more.
Shirley says hello.
Hello.
Mary Jane says hello. Hi, Mary Jane. Katrina, so you're trying to stay under 2 hours?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best because I'm kind of tired today. I tried to take a nap, but that didn't work. And so now I'm just doing this.
Maxie Doodle says that's quite the collection of templates.
Yeah, it's for the Cleopatra's fan.
Should I show him some of your blocks then, or do you want to hold them up?
Scott, you can.
Oh, I can? Okay.
They're buried under here.
Hi, Shelly.
I'll
Shelly
have
Swift
Scott
says
hold
hi.
up some of my blocks to the camera just so that you guys can see. This is what I'm doing. If you haven't seen me making my Cleopatra fan, but I needed something to do today, and I also wanted to get all this cutting done before I couldn't cut for a while because of my carpal tunnel surgery that I'm having. So I doubt I'm going to go right back to cutting all this kind of stuff, you know. So I figured I'll just do it today.
Well, since it's still freezing, maybe we'll show them these now. Maybe it'll start playing better. Are these in any sort of order?
No.
Oh, okay. So if I screw up your order, I won't get yelled at?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, hi, Mila. Mila says hello.
Hello.
Maxie Doodle says beautiful.
Later in the video, we'll draw a winner for hopefully you guys entered, all of you that are at least in the United States.
Well, it's the quilt you made last Sunday, right?
Yeah, last Sunday's quilt is.
Yep, last Sunday's quilt.
Will get drawn today.
Hi, Teresa. You got another Teresa on her.
Right.
She says, wow, beautiful. Teresa Canham. Mary Jane says, so pretty. Hi, Carol.
Right,
Carol
put my
says
templates
hello.
Back. And now for the in-between colors. How many? 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4.
Now I'll let you guys see my wife. I showed you a bunch of them. There's a ton of them, though.
7. I just need one more for that. What? I guess we'll do this one. One more J. I also have to follow the direction of the templates too. So that's another thing that's taken a lot of my time.
Kelly says, oh, come on, Tiff. You can tell him I already won. Don't jinx it, Kelly. Now you won't win.
You'll see who wins later.
Hi, Amanda. Amanda says those blocks are so pretty.
They are, and I laid them out earlier to realize that I needed 8 more blocks. I was seeing how far I was, and I was like, ah, man, I need 8 more.
Hi, Lisa. Lisa says, wow, that's beautiful.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now there's 8 of these. So all I have left to do is cut 8 CNIs.
Oh, Katrina says they took Sherry's phone and headphones and asked the nurse to make sure it was playing at 6. And just got it okay from the nurse that it's on.
Awesome. That's really sweet.
Hi, Darlene. Darlene says, happy Sunday, everyone.
All right, so now I'm just going to
Hi, Jessica.
Hello, everybody joining.
Well, you never know, Kelly. You might win. She says, I don't expect to win. You never know. You might.
We'll see. I'm going to have CJ draw the winner today, my son, if we can get him out of his room.
Carol says, so pretty.
To make it fun.
Hi, Adeline.
All right, let's cut this
Well,
one.
out of the few thousand followers you have, you only had, what, around 100 people or so enter?
There's like 130 entries, so
Yeah. It wasn't near as many as we thought there'd be.
that's fine.
Oh, I know it's fine. It's less names we had to write down.
Because you guys know how I do it, write it down. Although one of these days soon, when my next giveaway, I'm going to giveaways via fill out a form kind of thing. Because it's starting to get, really hard to write down all those names.
Hi, Emily. Emily's here.
Oh. All right. C.
Hi, Deborah.
It's 1.
And we finally signed up for one of those affiliate things.
Yep, I just gotta wait.
Emily, I think, was the first one to tell us about that ages ago. We finally signed up for one from the sewing company. Because Tiff had 7 people now, so. Hi, Melinda.
I gotta go through all these colors and make sure that no two same colors will be next to each other.
Emily says, woohoo! Jill says, what are you making today? I missed the start.
I'm working on my Cleopatra blocks, but I'm trying to make sure that no two colors end up next to each other. Nope, that's the same as that one. Ay, ay, ay. I need to like fan these better so I could see the colors. There we go. I don't want no two same colors next to each other. If you guys saw my blocks, they're very 5 different colors, and I don't want 2 next to each other of the same color. And since I'm trying to use up the last of my fabric now of these fat quarters, I definitely am struggling trying to get the 2 colors. I still have to cut all the F's too. Oy, oy, oy.
Oh, Katrina says they did that because the sedation medicine is being stopped and they didn't want her to wake up feeling alone. So she'll have you playing when she wakes up. That's cool.
That's sweet.
It's really neat, Katrina.
All right, so we'll do this one because that's not the second and that's not the second on both of those. You guys see how I'm making these all work? Look at that. Like literally going to the last of all of these fabrics.
Yes, Tiff does not waste fabric. Hi, Vicky. Vicky says hello.
Hello. And I'm still going to use all these little tiny scraps to make some kind of art project probably. Because I don't want to waste them. They're so pretty, all these colors. One. And 2. Really will not get no more pieces out of that.
What are you asking, Adeline? Want to the block Tiffany is placing on table, can't it? I'm not sure what you're asking.
She want to know what the name of the block is that I'm doing? Is that what she's asking? This is the Cleopatra's fan that I'm making. I've been making these for a while. You guys have seen them in a few videos, but since it requires lots and lots of cutting, I wanted to do it before my surgery.
Hi, Brenda. Rowena says I made quilt blocks out of scraps for cherry quilts. That's cool, Rowena.
All right, the next one is that stripes. Let's put in this.
Hi, Cheryl.
Blue.
Cheryl says hello from
Not
Texas.
that blue. Let's put in this blue.
Kelly says I don't waste fabric either.
This blue.
It's too small to collage with. I use it to stuff something. Hi, Kathy. Kathy's quilt says hello.
Hello. Put this one down here. And this one right there. Oh, yeah, that's even better.
Oh, Sherry's daughter made a playlist of your lives since they can't be there 24/7 for when she does wake up. So she's going to wake up listening to you.
Oh,
That is not
funny.
That is awesome.
Sweet.
Hi, Heather. Hi, Linda.
I guess it's nice to have my voice being somebody's voice to wake up to. It makes me feel special.
The time has changed. Is soon coming. Lisa says, oh, there's time changes for the birds.
I don't have to change my
Yep,
time.
here in Arizona, we don't change our times. We don't have to worry.
No worries here. Now you guys just got to try to remember what time on Sundays again. Because my 5 p.m. does not change. All right, 2 more done.
Katrina says it's calming and relaxing.
All right. I'm making a pile. You guys can't see the pile. It's kind of the way of the screen. Put that there. The next color I use is that one. And the fourth one is a dark. Fourth one is a dark. So let's put this light in there. That one. Let's put that one there. Aha.
Heather says, ooh, templates, fun stuff.
Yeah. Although this whole entire time I have been cutting. My rotary cutter really sucks because my blade keeps getting loose. So I keep having to adjust it. I'm gonna have to invest in a different brand so that it doesn't happen no more. Alright, and this one. Oh well.
Oh, Adeline says, show me the current placement that Tiffany is doing now. I just heard a pile.
Oh, I'd have to lay them out when I'm done cutting. How they're gonna go.
Hi, Teresa. Teresa Louise is on.
Hello.
She asked what you're doing.
Working on my Cleo blocks. Because it requires so much cutting. So much cutting.
Yeah, right now she's just cutting them. When she goes to put them together, I'm sure she'll lay them out for you.
So that you guys
Then
can
you'll
see.
be able to see it all, okay, Adeline? Then everybody will be able to see. Hi, Shelly.
Alright.
Shelly Moyer says hello. She says, sorry I'm late.
You're not late. We're just getting started.
Hi, Jim. Jim said sorry he was eating supper. It's okay, Jim. You're allowed to eat.
Yeah. Alright. Next color was a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Lisa's already doing her best to make me
that
hungry,
one.
Jim, so it's all right.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have that one. So we want
Hi, Ann.
this one. We'll put this one in. Well, I'm really pushing it with more blocks. Woo-wee!
Lisa says, Jim's here. I'll take you guys to see. This is how she's laying them when she cuts the pieces. If that helps you at all. And then when she goes to put them together, she'll show you more. But she's just stacking them up there, getting all the pieces cut a while. And we'll take you back up to her. I think that's where you had it.
1, 2.
Heather says her minion is back to her normal rambunctious self. We will be going to the doctor to get a tetanus shot in the next couple of days. Well, that's no
good.
fun. That's going to be just this. No one likes tetanus shots.
Yeah.
Brenda says, I know she has some made talking about your blocks.
Yeah.
Yep, we should bunch already, Brenda. But if you guys want, here's the stack. I'll just do the big stack over here next door. We can show you some more again. Katrina asks, what rotary cutter are you using?
Just some off-brand rotary cutter, 28 millimeter.
Okay, well that's what she asked. Was it 18 or 28?
Yeah, it's 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just did the 5th one, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's 6. That's that one. And 6 on this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is a stripe, a triangle. So let's put this really dark one in.
I'm sorry, my love. I've been paying attention to all this stuff. I wasn't paying attention to accounting. Hi, Ellen.
Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome.
Tell them all again what you're working on.
I'm working on my Cleo blocks because I'm way behind on them. And I want to get them done before I can't do too much more cutting because of my surgery. And who knows when I'll be able to do this kind of cut over and over again. Because this is a lot of work. Probably would have been easier if I owned an AccuQuilt when it comes to this. But I'm doing templates. Just like when I go to do my double wedding ring, I'm going to be using my templates that I got. But then I think I'll cut in bulk instead of one at a time like I'm doing now. because I think those would be easier to cut in bulk.
Brenda's enjoying the long arm videos. She says fun.
Yes, they are. They are messed up though. I do gotta tell you guys, I gotta admit, I don't know why there's a blur at the top and the bottom of the screen on those long arm videos. I don't know if it happened between the transfer of YouTube or what, but my first video that I did with the little baby panel, the little baby bee panel, it came out fine. It was the full screen. But then when I went to do the other two, it was not the full screen. I don't know what happened. That was an edit malfunction. Some of you like it, some of you don't. But it was a boo-boo with the editing. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be that way.
4, 5, 6 again.
Oh, and Angela asks, when is your surgery, my love?
It is the 17th.
17th of this month, so in 10 days, everybody.
All right, I
And
have
the
a
line
lot
says
of
very
this.
beautiful.
Let's put this
color.
one
in. Rachel says AccuQuilt is having another 50% off sale.
in. I can't afford the whole system right now, so that's why I don't own it.
Nita says that is so true, Tiffany. A cutting system would have been handy for that.
Yes, it would have for this at least, or any other hard stuff, you know, but I mean, I don't mind. I was doing a little bit of blocks at a time, and now I'm just kind of trying to rush through the last of it.
Good night, Brenda. Make sure you watch in case you win. Brenda's going to watch the replay later. She's going to bed.
Okay.
Pretty sure she entered, but I don't
I'm
remember.
drawing names later for the giveaway. And I'll have Scott in just a minute hold the quilt up so that you guys can see the finished quilt that's being given away.
Yep, Katrina, it is on St. Patty's Day. We will be at the hospital. Emily says 10 days until Scott makes a club. Haha.
Yeah, it's funny. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
It is. Heather says she's
I don't
fine.
think I will get him
It's
on
almost like it never happened.
the
Pretty sure
sit-down
her
sewing,
finger's still smart.
but maybe the long arm. But we will see. He knows how to load it now. He knows how to wind bobbins. So all he has to learn now is how to tame the tension.
Tame the tension. There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. One more.
Hi, Joy. Joy asks, what type of surgery are you having, my love?
Carpal tunnel release. Let's put this raindrop one instead.
Rachel says, I got my AccuQuilt from Marketplace. I would not have been able to afford it otherwise.
Yeah. Same here. All right, this is the last one. And then I got to cut some F pieces.
Darlene says, can't wait to see Scott at the sewing machine and ironing board. He can do it. I'm at the ironing board all the time, Darlene. Sewing machine, that's a different story. Oh, Ann says, how long in the hospital? Well, the thing's only 20 minutes long.
It's a 20-minute surgery. I go home at the end of the day. But I won't be able to use my wrist. Doctor said for 2 weeks I'll have to do the little exercises to keep my fingers strong. But other than that, he doesn't want me quilting or sewing or cutting or anything that relates to why I have the problem in the first place.
Maxie Doodle says AccuQuilt prices are ridiculous. Then
Yeah.
Then they get you with the cost of the dyes. She says I'd rather cut.
Yep, well, that's what I do.
I offer to cut for her all the time, Maxie Doodle. So that's my thing. Instead of me having to buy something for her, I'll cut for her.
I don't like the way he cuts. He scares me.
You've let me do it like twice.
That there.
Nita agrees with Maxie Doodle. She says I can cut any shapes I might need. Ellen says she had hand surgery on her wrist for tendonitis in January. She says be prepared for a lot of therapy on your hand itself. It will not lose a lot of strength in that hand. If not, you will lose a lot of strength in that hand. So do your therapy, she's saying.
1 and 2. Okay, that should be 8 of all of those. Eye back, but
Well, thank you, Joy. Joy says prayers for quick
See.
healing. She's a physical therapist assistant. And
and
have seen
now
people do very well.
all the
therapy
F's.
for carpal tunnel.
So we got 1,
See, Heather says if he doesn't practice, he will always scare you. See?
I know.
Maxie Doodle says spend the money on the fabric instead.
Yep, I do.
Oh, here's one for you, honey.
Hmm.
Emily wants to know if you're going to do the late night stretches again. She says that was very relaxing. I would watch that.
Yeah, I could probably start doing those because I'll have to be doing the little therapy on my hand anyway, and the little weights that I lift, it'll probably be kind of good for me to do that. So yes. Yes. Cut 2 of these. Got caught right. You guys hear that? That sound is not supposed to happen. This blade just keeps getting loose.
Teresa says, I had that surgery. Be sure to rub the scar as soon as you are able with vitamin E. I had to get mine released. It hurts. Kelly Green says, very true. I have a sizzling big shot that I use with my paper crafting. I can use some of the dyes, but I'd rather spend my money on fabric than dyes. Oh, Sizzix.
Sizzix, yes.
Okay, not a sizzle. Sizzix. Okay.
So you can use AccuQuilt dyes on a Sizzix? I didn't know that.
I did. See, Anne says, I think Scott needs to practice cutting and sewing.
Aye.
And he can use the brother. Why not? I don't know about using the brother, but I can do all the cutting in the world. She just won't let me. Onita says some of them will work, I guess.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm making sure I count so that I don't overcut.
And Ellen says you're not supposed to lift weights until it's healed. She still has swelling. We'll start the weights later. Maxie Doodle asks if you started the Cleo fan with fat quarters.
Yes, I started with 20 fat quarters. Now I'm down to not even fat quarters.
Hi, Pat. Pat says I cut my applique pieces on my
3, 4,
cry cut maker.
5,
Okay.
6, 7, 8. Okay.
Kelly says it depends on the dyes, but she uses her Sizzix to cut fabric shapes for her journal covers. Rachel asks, where did you get the fabric for this quilt?
It was, hold on. Lori Birch Basic by Lori Birch for Clothworks. It's a, I don't remember the whole line name. I don't even remember where I stuck the little piece for it because I was trying to find it again. And I did. I found a jelly roll of it at my local quilt shop. I just never bought it because it would have been nice to have more fat quarters, but jelly roll wasn't going to work for this.
Shelly says I'd rather spend the money I have on fabric. I can cut it myself.
Come on. Stop. There we go. Come on. There we go. There we go.
Well, Emily and I both agree with your workout stretch videos, honey. I think you should start doing some more of those when you get the chance. Whenever you get the chance, honey. Just if you're bored.
All right, how many is that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 more makes 8. The cat says, rub my belly. He's all laying there with his back arch, or his belly up into the air.
Yeah, but he's in feisty mode. As soon as you go to rub his belly, he bites at you. Hi, Kim. She just came in to say hi. She's enjoying her
Hi,
sister
Kim.
time.
I kind of figured you would at least say hi.
We're gonna draw the winner of the quilt tonight too, Kim, so make sure you watch that part in the replay or whatever.
Okay. And
We will see who
the
will win.
last
Sew
piece. Now
Sunday.
I can start sewing these things together. So out of 20 fat quarters, this is what I have left. Right here.
Do you know what size quilt this is gonna be? Rachel asks when you're done.
I don't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'd be like 56 by 56. It's going to be a complete square. Something like that. All right.
Hi, Vivian. Vivian says hello. Hi, Mary. Mary says hi.
Hello.
Do you want me to clean all that up? I can clean all that up.
Okay. Let's do some sewing now. Finally, I finished all the cutting. So I make this pile that looks like this. Can you see that?
Yes,
There's a lot of pieces here.
it's on there.
And what I do is I start by just one set at a
Hi,
time.
You just got here. Tell her what we're making again. as you're
I'm
going.
just working on my Cleopatra blocks because I wanted to get all these cut and done and sewn together. So that way I don't have to worry about it after my surgery. If I, don't have to worry about all the cutting. So I take all of my pieces
Thank you, Melinda.
and I lay them where I can get to them easily.
Melinda says don't forget the thumbs up.
Move that out of the way. And then all I do is take the bottom one and flip it because everything is reverse. So everything is reverse. Like this. So easy. Once you get the hang of it, I mean, quite easy. And then I'll just sew them together. So there's 2 halves right here. And all I have to do is sew them together. Look at that. So easy. All right. Can you see me sewing now? Because it looks like it's face down, but.
Yes, the sewing machine is in the thing.
All right. And then I just sew
This
them.
isn't the tablet where it's super zoomed in. Yes, the sewing machine is in. Everything from your thread, the black thread, the very edge of the black thread over to the edge of this table is in. Okay.
And now I'm just finger pressing everything together because I can.
You can see up to the top of this piece here. Okay, honey?
Yep. And just match up. These templates give you little notches, and the same with any kind of cutting system. So you would think these slight curves would be hard, but they're not. They're really easy to sew.
Jill asked, did you use 20 fat quarters for the top? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yes, Jill. 20 fat quarters.
Yep, it was a 20-piece bundle. It was really, really pretty too. I really didn't want it. When T said let's do Cleopatra, and I was like, "Woo! I have those templates somewhere." And Doug, I found them, and then I was like, I want to use colors that remind me of Cleopatra. I wanted all purples originally, purples and blues and greens and oceany type colors, and then I couldn't find anything. I would have had to buy a ton of separate fabrics. So instead I just decided, you know what? I have this fat quarter bundle. It has shiny gold in it, like little flecks of gold. So Cleopatra.
Hi, Diane. Hi, Terry.
So since it kind of gives me that feel of Cleopatra, that's why I decided on it.
Diane and Terry said hi.
Also, I'm just finger pressing everything until I'm ready to do the I don't even know what I'm saying right now.
Yes, Diane, she's working on her Cleo box.
Yes.
blocks.
Until I'm ready to press everything. I'm just gonna finger press a whole lot of things.
You want me to start ironing?
No, I'm not in the mood.
You don't want me to iron? Okay.
I mean, you can if you want.
Iron for you all the time.
Come on, stay. So, what is everybody working on?
Well, Patty's working on her English paper piecing. We were talking about that a little bit ago.
That sounds fun. English paper piecing. Like grandmother's garden type thing or something else?
That was Pat Strawhouse. She was doing that. It wasn't Patty Timon on that did it. Give us the shirts. It's different Pat. Oh, Mary's making a Harley Davidson baby quilt. That sounds awesome.
Yes, that does sound awesome.
Katrina says, you broke my heart when you said no to me for ironing. See? You should let me help you more often.
Then iron.
Jim says he's cutting for the block swap. Hi, Melissa. Melissa says hello.
Hello.
Ellen is doing more sawtooth star blocks.
Come on.
Teresa's doing a Mediterranean look. That's Teresa Canham, not the other Teresa Louise. Maxie Doodle just finished a baby quilt. She's delivering it tomorrow.
Ooh.
That's cool. She says those baby quilts are so small. Oh, Jill is starting a t-shirt quilt.
We'll have fun with that.
Hey, you had fun with yours.
Yep.
What's fun? I didn't have fun. I helped you a lot on that. And I had fun. Carol's doing crumbs for Cleo.
So
It's
here's
ready for
half of a
quilting.
block already built. See how quick that goes? Now I just need to build the other half.
Lisa's working on MSQC North Star blocks.
Missouri Star.
I know.
He's
And
learning.
Nancy's working on her paper piece pineapple blocks for a king-size bed. Only 12 more.
Ooh, not much further to go.
Oh, Melissa asked, where did you get your templates?
Online. If Scotty wants to hold this up to the camera. This is the template
yes.
set and the name of everything.
I get to do something.
That's the name of the template set that I got online. We got it on Amazon or eBay. I don't remember exactly which one, unfortunately, but I'm pretty sure you could find it. It comes with all the templates.
We are frozen, like all you guys' weather for the past month or so. You can't see any of this. Okay, well, it's frozen with that covering the screen. Well, I guess you guys at least get to see it.
Wonderful.
Everybody at it. Pat is making EPP clamshell panda block for a friend's pillow and a half hexy braid temperature quilt. Hey, Jean's not doing anything. She's tired of burning brush all day. That's sad. Bee's making diamond and stars quilt top. Shelly's working on a quilt. Does anyone have an easier way of doing cornerstones? I could never get them to line up right, she asks. Do you know?
I just line them up. I guess you would have to pin it if you're having a problem. Pin right at those junctions. I don't ever pin, and I don't know. I can't say I don't ever struggle with some stuff, but I don't know.
Teresa asks what the colors. She says, are they Mediterranean feel?
Yeah. A water and sky feel on all of them. Like there's stars for the sky, but there's water droplets. So it's definitely, it definitely gives me a Cleopatra feel. It's been fun making them too. Like, I mean, I am getting easily tired in my wrists from cutting the pieces because I have to use a 28mm blade. That seems to be, once you have it all cut and start putting it together, it goes together really nicely. And it's really fun to do. I can't wait to finish it finally.
Maybe I should get you a new cutter. Is that what you're getting at?
Oh no, I don't need to cut them anymore.
Well, I meant
I mean, for future,
sorry.
yes. When I get to doing
Sorry.
the, whatchamacallit, the double wedding ring.
Finishing the last block of the log cabin block quilt tomorrow. Making banana bread right now.
That sounds yummy. Gonna bring me some banana bread. I love banana bread.
Kelly pinched her sciatic nerve, so she's working on crying or screaming right now.
Oh, gosh, that sucks.
Okay, I'm ready if you actually will let me iron. Am I doing it from the front?
Just iron this one. This one.
Okay, am I doing it from the front, right? Or do you want me to iron it from the
From the front.
Okay. I ironed these before for you. I don't know why. Last time you made them, I got to iron.
So is it starting to warm up for everybody yet? Or is it still freezing cold in all of America? It's warming up here finally, but the weather
Finally,
change.
it's way warm here.
Well, no, the weather change where it's still cold at night, but warm during the day is definitely still affecting my allergies. So I have a sinus infection. Yesterday it was so bad with the headache.
Hi, Brenda. Brenda says hello from Canada.
Hello.
Katrina says I can't regret. I can't make you regret letting me iron.
I'm just lining up my blocks, sort of.
Oh, Shelly says she squared the blocks up, but she's still having problems with cornerstones.
Just not the right size, or just not lining up. Like, did you like stretch the fabric maybe or something?
Brenda says Cleopatra's fan is on my bucket list.
Yeah. It was on mine. That's why I purchased this. And then when T mentioned it, let's do the Cleopatra fan. I was like,
hello from
on
Canada.
it. I had the pieces. I just had to find them. And it took a while. So she had already gotten started and I was behind. And then I've been behind this whole time. Everybody else has gone and done theirs. And some people only made a couple blocks just to, make it and get it done. And then there's some people that made the whole entire quilt.
We got more than one Canadian on here. She says cornerstones and I do not get along. Hi, Peg.
Right. Two halves are going to go together.
She's on a road trip now, coming home with self-service. Linda. Diane says, I'm going to try one more time to do a Cleopatra fan. Kelly says it looks awesome. I've added one to my list. What is with the white stuff coming out of this iron? Goodness, it got all over the tablet.
No idea.
What's the calcium buildup or whatever from our hard water? Right? Isn't that what it is?
Yep.
I'm
just pressing my center seam open. And now is the time I will go to the ironing station because I do something specific with all this. So I press the seam open.
Do you want me to turn the camera? Because I have no idea what you're...
Oh, no, you don't have to just yet.
Okay. Hi, Judy. Judy says, I hope you have a good day.
I press my seams open and then I starch every single block because I want them to lay like super flat, and I don't pre-starch these because you're going to stretch them anyway, piecing them. So I just give them a little bit of starch and then put some water on it, or else the starch will turn my black fabric white. It puts a little yucky color on it. It's kind of funny, actually.
Ellen says she's going to try the fan again, too, that you make it so easy and fast.
It's not really hard. I mean, once you get the hang of it, every single block goes so fast.
Trina says it could be starch coming out of the iron, but I don't know. I think it's our
No,
water. Our
it's
water.
our water.
We had really hard water here.
That's why I was using the other iron earlier.
Do you want me to turn the other one on?
Well, that's fine.
Well, you always complain. I can easily turn on the other one for you.
All right. So here's my block. And then I take my ruler, and I always start with my big square ruler, trimming one side first.
Hi, Bernie.
And the weird thing is sometimes it seems like I'm trimming a lot off of these blocks, and sometimes it doesn't seem like I am, but they are all lining up, which was the weirdest thing I thought. When I lay them together, they line up.
Teresa says one block would make a lovely pillow cover. I agree. I think the blocks are beautiful.
Okay, so let me trim this side, and then I'll grab 4 blocks so you can see how I'm doing my layout. I'm not going to do it the traditional stand-up way. I'm actually going to put mine together as a flower because I think it looks very, very nice that way.
Or 4 blocks for a pillow cover, she says. Hi, Feisty Lady. Feisty Lady has hard water too. I use bottled water in my iron because of it.
Alright, so this is what I'm doing with mine.
Diane says to Ellen,
Hold on
she
a
says,
second.
you and me have a date in Cleopatra.
I always sew around them because I've been throwing these blocks around, and I don't want any of these seams, any of them, coming apart.
Hi, Margaret.
Even though I doubt they will. I have been throwing these blocks around for a while. So it's a good thing I did a stay stitch around every block. I'm just 1/8 of an inch away from the edge.
Jim uses a spray bottle for water.
Alright, one more press. Alright, let me grab 4 blocks so that you can see how this is gonna go.
Oh, Nita makes a gallon jug where she uses the top 2/3 is pretty much distilled water.
Obviously the colors are going to get mixed around. I'm not going to have all lights just like this. They will get mixed around, but this is the general idea of things. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my blocks are 10 inches. I'm going to be making 3 across like this, 3 sections across by 3 sections down. Right? Was it 3 across, 3 down, or 3 across by 4 down?
It was 3 and 4.
Okay, something like that. Whatever. That's how many I'm making. I knew I needed 8 more blocks. So that's what I'm making, is 8 more blocks. So that's what I'm making.
Margaret says beautiful.
So
Carol says pretty. Kelly leaves little heart smiley face thing.
so yeah. I am just going to continue.
Angela says it's
Sewing.
beautiful. Mary Jane says lovely.
My step just fell on
I
the
will
floor.
pick it up. I will pick it up. See if we can keep them all in somewhat of an order. Oh, that's a different size. Yeah, it's 2 different size ones. These ones are 1. That one's 1.
Not different size. They're
Different angles.
Sides.
Oh, they flipped upside down. Sorry.
Yep.
I noticed one had a weird angle.
All right.
Didn't.
So now I'm just going to continue on sewing. So what I could do to continuously sew is put all the A's and B's together and so on and so forth. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep going one at a time. But if you wanted to chain piece the whole entire project, you can chain piece all your A's and B's, all your C's, D's, and E's, all your blah, 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 blah. I don't want to do that. I'm just doing them one at a time because it gives me something to do.
Well, Bernie says well. Melinda says beautiful block.
So just going to grab all
Ellen
these.
asks, can you slowly show us how to put one together again, please?
Yes, I can. Give me a second to put all these pieces here, and then I'll bring the camera over to me so that you can see.
Jill says it has a not so alone feel. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Hi, Peggy. Peggy says you don't. I don't know. I don't know what she's saying. Hi, Dawn. Dawn says, missed the beginning. Did I miss anything?
No. Didn't miss a thing. This one. Yes? Yes. Okay.
It looks good.
So now I just separate them, which you guys saw that part. I know I've done this more than one video now. But
she's saying don't worry. That's what Peggy was saying.
It helps to freshen every time so that you can remember.
Oh, we got over 90 people on.
All right. So I'm going to tell you all this real quick. This is F right here. This little funky piece. That's how I always know that one. So it goes on mine, because I'm templates, it goes A and B. So if I refer to A and B, that's what I'm referring to. Then it's C, D, E. Then they go out of order. Then it goes J, I, H, G, and F. Okay, just so you know. Very weird, but it ends up going together just fine. So let me take the camera over here.
Teresa says, so clever, but so simple.
We're going to put it on this little stand. I'm going to pull you guys out of this stand, and we're going to put you on the other one, so that way you can just come right up close and see. But then I'm going to put
Peggy
you back
says,
on
but
this
are
one.
straight of grain concern.
These are cut, the arrows. Okay, I'll bring you over to it so you can see, because I know you guys are all curious. So see the template when it's not frozen? Come on, unfreeze.
Yes, Dawn, this is the Cleopatra.
Unfreeze. Okay, so see here on the split how there's an arrow right here? These arrows line up with the straight of grain on the fabric. So you would line this on your fabric this way and cut it, because that's the straight of grain. So every single piece has the arrows to line up with the straight of grain. So that way, when you go to put them together, the pieces line up. So let's put you guys in the holder and take you over here to the machine and hope that it stays good. All right, so I'm going to grab a B and an A.
Katrina asks, when you're doing the Dresden quilt, and will you have a supply list?
For the Dresden, yes. The Dresden will be 100% if you want to sew along, sew along.
She probably won't get to it till after surgery, but
Yeah.
you never know. She might start it earlier.
Okay. We're going to take B and A, and I'm going to put A on top of B like this. And I'm going to line up.
2 of them up. Did you mix any of them up?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm going to line the, see these notches? They're here for a reason. On all of our pieces, there's notches. In some spots, there's not a notch, but most spots there is. This notch right here is going to go along this side. I know it seems weird. Nothing lines up. Nothing is equal, but look, I'm going to line that up right there. So you're going to see a convex and concave curve. One's going to go away from the other, okay? What we're going to do is I'm going to put this under the machine where that straight line goes right here, and my needle will come right in at that corner, and I'm going to take a couple stitches, let it stay, and then I'm going to use my finger to take this straight right here and this straight right here and line those two up. So I'm just going to twist it. This is where having it cut on the according to those lines on the templates. So I'm going to hold it with my fingers, and it straightens it right out and sew down it. So you can see I came in at the start of the point, and then if you see on the other side, I came out at the bottom of the tip. So that way, when I finger press this, it becomes a nice straight line here and a nice straight line there. Okay, so that's A and B. So I'm going to grab my other A and B and sew them as well from the other half of the block. So these ones again, and I'm just going to line them up right here like this so you can see the curves. I'm going to start where my needle comes in at that little tip right here. You can see my tip. I'm going to put my piece on there. My needle's going to come in right at that tip. Keep my thing down. I'm going to grab this straight edge and this straight edge and hook them together like this.
Dawn says I have the AccuQuilt board for Cleopatra fan, but haven't done it yet.
Well, it should have all the same piece. I don't know if the letters are the same, but it definitely should have all the same cuts and stuff, and the pieces should go together the same way too. So again, it started the stitch right here and ended the stitch right there. And again, I'm going to finger press that out of the way, and I have a nice straight edge here and a nice straight edge there. Obviously, it needs to be pressed, but that's it. So now I'm going to take C and D.
Darlene says beautiful block.
There's D and there's C. I know it's not too much contrast difference, but I'm doing what I got with what I got. So I'm going to put this right here, notch, and this right here will be my ending notch. So I'm going to put C on top of D. So again, I'm going to have a funky looking piece. I'm going to start my stitches right here, take like 2 stitches in before I line them up. So I just turn the whole piece, take a couple stitches, leave that needle down. Then this is why it's cut on the bias right here in certain spots of the straight grain. So that way you can twist this, lining those 2 straight edges like that. And I use my finger to hold it. And they go together so you could see it came out where it was supposed to, went in where it was supposed to, and they go together quite well. So nice and straight. So now I'm going to hook E on top of D now. So here's my E. I'm going to do the same method where I put it on top like that, and you can see.
Pat asks, do you snip your edges, your curved edges?
Snip them.
That's what she said.
No, I do not.
Your curved edges?
You shouldn't have to with this. These curves are very, very, very small curves. Very small curves. They lay really flat without snipping them. But if you want to, you can. It says between F and H that you can snip that long seam, but I don't.
It says you make it look so easy, Tiff.
And then again, we're just going to press that out of the way. So C, D, and E are now hooked together. And just so that I don't get lost on anything, I'll take my A and B piece and my C, D, and E and hook them together. And although they're not pressed at the iron, it's okay. See, there's a notch up here at the top of the B piece, and then at the bottom of A, there's also a notch. When I put these right sides together, you're going to see that notch lines up. We have a straight line down here, and then this bottom notch will line up. The only thing I need to pay attention for, and I'll turn the camera on the other side of me for a second. We're going to put a couple stitches in.
Kelly says, dude, I'd have that stuff all messed up.
No, it's not that bad. It's not bad. Let me tell you, it's not bad. So the only thing I'm paying attention for, and let's see if you can see this, is once this is lined up down here, I hold it with my finger. And then what I do is I straighten it and I fold this back right here. And I look to see a 1/4 inch in if those two are lining up like this. So when my stitch comes over it, those two will meet right up. Can you see that? So when I fold it down and start stitching, and I come out that bottom.
We're so clever. Impressed.
When I press it back like this, it's not completely perfect, but it's good enough for me. You'll see that those two make one continuous line. Focus.
Hi, Heather.
There we go. You can see I have
from Queensland.
barely, but they're lined up good enough. Once it's pressed, it'll be better. So I'm going to put those aside and do my other sides, C, D, And for some strange reason, that piece is totally messed up. We need to grab a C template or an I template. This is an I, right? Hold on 2 seconds, guys. For some reason, that one is funky. Funky. That's this one. What? Maybe the other one got cut.
Oh, you got
too
107
small?
people on here, according to this.
I is not. Maybe it's this one that's messed up.
Diane says, wow, Tiff.
Give me 2 seconds, guys, because for some strange reason, one of these does not look right. So you guys can just stare at my dusty machine for a second. What? That's correct, too?
Leona says that's where you mixed them up.
I must have done something. Yes, I did. That goes there, and that goes there. Okay, thank you. Yep, I see it now. I knew that looked funky big. All right, we're going to do that now from this angle. So here's my C and my D.
Well, Heather, Sew Sunday is always at 5 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what time it is there for you, but it's almost 6 here. So
yeah,
that helps with the time shift. Other than that, her times are quite random.
So here's a straight line there and a straight line on this piece. Again, I'm going to line up this straight line with that straight line right there. Hold it, put it down under, start my needle a couple stitches so that it stays down, and then take this flat piece and line it up with that flat piece, just like this. Sometimes I have to bend it just a little bit because it wants to move out of my way, but I make it work. And then I finger press it back. So there we go. And now I'm going to grab E and attach that. So E goes, I'm going to put C or D on top of E like that. Take a couple stitches. Line up this side like this. Right, come on, right there.
Says you've been live for an hour.
Comes out right here at the tip. Goes in right there at that tip. So again, I'm just going to finger press that, and then I'm going to take, so that I don't mess anything up, my A and B and my C, D, and E, and I'm going to put those together.
Hi, Linda. Linda says hello.
This time I'm going from the bottom side. So again, I'm going to line up that flat.
Hi, Annette. Annette says hello. So yes, Heather, for us, our Sunday at
Look
5,
at my
you're
seam.
at 10 in the morning on Monday, I take it. So yeah, every Monday at 10.
All right, so there's that. And then I just finger press it back and go, oh, looky, it nested perfectly. I have a nice straight line. And not all my blocks came out like this. Here, if you want to press that.
Ooh, I get
And this one, and this one, and then just put them right back where you found them.
This one and which one?
This one and this one.
Okay.
Now I'm going to take an F and a G unit. Now this is the part that most people probably got confused on. F and G. Okay. These are the ones that most people got confused on. So I'm going to put them back where you can see them in their spots. That way you can know. So F and G. This is where everyone gets confused, and I know it. These ones go together so nice, the A, B, C, D, and E unit. But F, G, and H will go together. That's where the confusing part is. And then I and J, we're going to go together. So we're going to do F and G first.
Katrina. Arizona has its own time.
Yeah.
We're Mountain Standard. We don't ever change our time zones.
Nope, no changing of time here. Ever. Which is good.
Hi, Kathleen.
So,
Kathleen says howdy.
F and G. F and G.
Yes, I heard you.
We're going to line up right here. So I know this looks so weird, right? Like,
Thank you,
what?
Diane, for
But
reminding
this
everyone.
straight edge right here and this little notch are going to line up. So we're going to put that straight edge there. I'm going to turn the whole thing, and you're like, what? That looks so weird. It does. It does. It does. Take a couple stitches. Then take the top of the F piece and hook it to the flat side of G I'm hoping it unfreezes. There we go. We're going to hook those together like this. So it may look like it's going to get messed up, but it really doesn't.
F and G, man.
And you're going to straighten those out. Again, they're on the bias, so they will stretch. And just sew it. So then I finger press that back, and I'll have a unit that looks like this. Okay, but now we have to do H right here. So this is the longest curve, and you could, for all I care, put pins in it. I don't. This is how I do it. We're going to grab H, and we're going to put H right here. And you're going to see H has a flat up here. So here on G, there's a nice flat. And then there's this whole entire curve, and both these bottoms have opposite alternating piece areas. So it looks weird. Take H and put it on top of G right there. So see it sitting in the corner. Start my stitches. And this is the part that I don't pin. I don't see no need to. I just carefully walk them together like this. And yes, I do sew them slowly. And by the time I get to this end, they don't actually ever match up. I don't know. It doesn't say in the book if they were supposed to or not. They don't match up. And then I just finger press that like this. And you can see when they're together, it makes a nice straight line at the bottom. See that? It's not pressed down hard enough, but you get the picture. So there is the G, F, and H unit. So I'm just going to put that aside, and Scotty can press it. And I'm going to put I and J together. Same thing as always. There's a straight edge and a straight edge. Put them together. These are such slight curves. You don't need pins. I'm telling you, you just don't. Just go slow. Take a couple stitches. Line them up. Hold it with your fingers. If you have fat fingers, hold the whole finger on it like this. And just walk it. And then let go. And it should line right up. So this is going to want to press that way. And you could see which way the curves go, which way they're going to want to lay. You can see that naturally just wanted to go that way.
I'm going to screw it up.
Right there.
Ah, there we go.
So there's that. And it looks like this picked up some scrap fabric while it was at it.
I didn't hear what you're doing. What are you making today?
Cleopatra's fan. So now I'm going to take the G, H, and I unit and the J and the G, F, and H unit and the I and J unit, and we're going to connect those together. So again, lining up this straight piece right here. And you're going to say, wow, that one's even more of a convex and concave curve. Look at that. That is so crazy, right? But they will line up. Trust me, they will line up. So we're going to start it right here. Take a couple stitches. And again, this is another one that I just walk through because this end right here needs to come down to, but
Pat said
curves quite a bit.
Curves look so easy. I've always avoided them in the past.
Yeah, they're not.
Says, no, not anymore.
So I'm just going to line it up, slowly walk it through, and then finger press it down, and look at that. So you should have a nice straight edge right here and a nice straight edge right there. And it's kind of crooked a little, like,
hi, Georgia,
because it's half the block. So I'm going to take my half block unit and attach it to it. So all I have to do is hook that top piece.
Georgia
That's
says,
flat.
golly, I would mess this up.
No, this one can't be messed up. T even shows on hers. You can't mess these up. If you have it laying out, you can't mess it up. So again, the bottoms of these two will line up like that.
Ellen says that's a lot to remember.
Yeah. And then the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my seams back and make sure that a 1/4 inch in that they will come right together, and they do. Come to this next one, fold it back.
June says I'm confused as well.
At first, it probably does seem confusing and overwhelming. I mean, it really does. Come on, get on there. But once you get the hang of it goes together quite nicely.
Georgia says from Tiff's mouth to God's ear.
Okay, so see, it's not 100% perfect, and it's never going to be, but it's close enough. You see that?
Hi,
Those
BB.
points. All right, can you press that whole unit, please?
Yeah. Your video keeps freezing.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, we used the phone tonight instead of the tablet, and the phone does not work
All right.
well.
We're going back to, I'm going to try something real quick. Maybe
Tablet
it'll
is our only
stop
device we have that
unfreezing.
likes our internet. So sorry about that, guys.
I'm still here. Don't worry about it. A YouTube notification just kicked me off of YouTube. Thank you, Heather.
It's
All
very
right.
kind of you, Heather. We appreciate that. Thank you.
So we're going to do F and G again, but the opposite side. So I'm going to take and put the straight on the straight like this. And you'll know this is not straight. This is a curved edge. So don't hook your curved edge to curved edge. You hook your straight little tips to your straight. That's how you know to keep things in order. Take a couple stitches. Find your little straight piece and your other straight side and hook them together. Hold it, and they should line right up.
Georgia says I really want to try this someday. So she did, Miss T's, was cut the scrap pieces and glued them together. Miss T sewed them to understand.
All right, so there we have F and G together. So we're going to grab the H, and I'm going to put that H curve in there. But what I'm going to do for this opposite side, because this opposite side is a little bit different, is I'm going to put my line up here first. So I'm going to line my straight edge with my little notch, and I'm going to take the whole thing and flip it over. So that way I'm sewing from the other side. And then I'm going to put that under a couple stitches. And then again, this one just gets walked through, and be careful because now that I have it flipped this way, there's nothing holding this seam from opening. So just watch that.
Hi, Paula. Paula, hello.
Hello. So I'll get this block together real quick, and then since everybody's here, we can start into the giveaway and draw a name and stuff. Okay, so there's F, G, and H together nicely. So now I'm going to put I and J together real quick. And then we'll put this unit to the next unit. So again, straight edge. Line them up. Take a couple stitches. Then line up the other notch with the other straight edge. Hold it with your finger. And it also helps to have this right here. See how my machine has this 1/4 inch guide built onto it? It really helps to have that because it pushes those pieces together properly, and it makes it even better, a lot easier to use.
Thank you for showing us how to use the templates.
All right, and then we have this last unit.
So easy.
So again, I'm going to put the straight edge, but I'm going to flip it upside down.
Hi, Jesse. How's that?
So it's flipped upside down now. So I'm going to go in from this angle, take a couple stitches.
Sandra loves the fabric color.
And then I'm just going to try to take my little flat edge down here to the bottom.
June says you're a great teacher. Hugs.
Hold it nice and straight. And just walk it through nice and slowly. This piece always wants to turn on me.
Because you make it look so easy.
And then finger it back. I'm going to have Scott press this piece real quick before I sew the next two pieces together.
How many colors did you use, Diane?
5 colors. My blocks are the 5 color blocks. You can use just 3 colors if you want. You can use 6 colors in total. But I used 5 colors. You can use just 4 different colors.
Nancy says, love watching your videos. You're so informative. Thank you so much.
All right, and then we're going to put the A, B, C, D, and E unit onto the F, G, H, I, and J unit. So here we are, those 2 units. You can see we're just going to stick this right on top of that, lining those top notch up with the flat of the next unit in front of it. Put it together. I'm going to find my first seam. I'm going to roll it back and look at a 1/4 inch and go, oh yay, that lines up. I'm going to stitch right to it, and I'm going to come down to my next, holding the bottom of my block together on the 2 flats.
Kelly says, do you all love how Tiff always says nice and slow and then floors that Juki like there's no tomorrow?
Oh yeah. All right, so now I'm just gonna have Scott press this back and we'll put both the blocks together, or both the halves together. So we'll have the 1/2 and the other half. You guys can see, here's a half.
Melissa asks, what foot is that?
That is, I forgot what this foot is called, but it's a guide. It's built a guide. And I like it because the guide is not, you can see it moves. Oops. Sorry.
Break things?
Yep. I'm going to break things while I'm at it, okay? Sorry for the motion in the ocean. Come on.
Normally means something else.
Yeah, well, my videos don't normally have this much movement, but my thingy... No, cancel, cancel. There we go. I just tried to stop my streaming. See, this piece moves out of the way. So, like, if you had a single piece and you don't want it to line up or they weren't straight, it'll still go beyond it. But the only bad thing is that stuff gets stuck underneath it a lot, often. Okay, so let's come back down. Let's hope this stays, and then it's going back on the other unit, because 100% this is not very sturdy right now. The whole thing is falling apart. So we're going to put these 2 pieces together.
Is it a 1/4 inch foot?
Yes, it's a 1/4 inch foot.
Yep, she has one for her machine.
Yeah. So I have these 2 pieces, and now I'm going to put them right sides together. And if I wasn't paying attention to my pressing, but we're not going to care about that right now. We're just going to put this down, have both tips together like any half square triangle. I'm going to flip one of these seams out of the way because I was not paying attention to which way they were being pressed. So I'm just going to flip it out of the way and hope that they line up. Stay out of the way. And I'm going to come down here to the next 2. Oh, those are fine. Oh, this is going to fall. And then these 2 are the last ones. Like I said, I wasn't paying attention to the pressing. I always press one side block different than the other, but I'm trying to show you guys. And now they're together, so when I go to the iron, I'll just push that down. No big deal, again, with that too. But when we open it...
Dawn says hope and
oh, man. That did not line up. This one did. I'm going to fix this real quick because I don't like that. I have to unpick real quick, guys. It really moved. Unpick it. Unpick it. It really moved on me. I should have been paying attention to the pressing, but I wasn't. I should have been. Give me 2 seconds to do this.
You get over 100 people on here again. Had up to 107 at one point. Now it says there's 101.
My goodness. Sorry. 2 seconds. I'm unpicking right now. And I don't want the camera to fall if I move it because it's really falling out of the holder. All right. I'm going to come down to this one like this. We're going to push that out of the way. Nest those 2 seams and sew from this angle. Nesting those seams so they line up nicely. Nicely. Let's check it now. Oh yeah, perfect. This is what we're looking for. You see that? Where's it at? Right there. Perfection. Or they touch perfect. So we're going to go right here real quick. And if it falls, I can't help you. We're going to turn it upside down and press this whole seam open. This is the final seam. You can put all the seams open. I don't care. I just do my own thing, honestly. I just press my final seam because there's a lot of bulk. Especially between the F and H an eye unit when they come together right here.
Kathleen
There's
says, I love the colors so much.
a lot of bulk right here.
It's beautiful, isn't it, Kathleen? It's very good at choosing colors.
Well, this came pre-colored for me. The 20 fat quarters.
I know. You originally wanted different colors. You wanted purples and stuff, but when you settled on this, and I think it's outstanding.
Okay.
Outstanding.
Once that's pressed, then I go to the top and press it properly. And then I'm going to do my starch and water thing real quick. And you guys are just going to have to stick with me for a second until I put you back on the other holder.
Thank you,
So
Jen.
there's starch. Here's some water.
Reminded everybody to thumbs up.
Cook my block nicely flat. I'm cooking it like a pancake, nice and flat.
Sandra says pretty. June says beautiful.
And you're going to see why I trim all of my blocks, because they never, not one block have I done this whole entire time ever had a straight, perfect lineup. They are meant to be trimmed. And the book even says you could trim them, so to whatever size. I think that's why they give you so much space between all that. So we're going to come over here now. I'm going to put
The
you
block and colors are so pretty.
back on the other holder, because this one is not going to last forever. All right, so just going to go back on this holder now.
Angela says amazing. DB says beautiful.
All right. And we're going to trim the block. Again, I always trim this first. So I'm just going to lay my ruler, diagonal line across everything, and the diagonal line should come right at the points where you pressed your seam open on both top and bottom. And this is a 12.5 inch ruler, but I'm trimming to 10 inches. So I'm just lining it up. Everything's nice and lined up. And then I trim it. So you can see, look at this side, I barely trimmed anything. This side, I have a little bit of a mess up, you know.
Jim says awesome, like the colors.
Now that it's nice and straight on that side, flip it all the way around. You're 10 inches. Well, at least for my blocks. I don't know what your guys' blocks are going to be, depending on what template set or AccuQuilt or whatever, you know, whatever you're using. But mine are 10 inches.
Shelly says absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait to see the quilt finished. Adeline says wonderful, lovely to watch.
Come on. And then I always stitch around them. Don't ask me why. I hold the blocks up so much that I prefer to do a 1/8 of an inch stitch all the way around every single block.
Shelly says looking beautiful. What?
You do not have to do this. I'm just doing it because I've been moving these around and holding them so much.
Shelly says fantabulous. I like it.
I just want them to be nice and stay nice.
Fantabulous.
And on last side. And then I press it one more time. Oh, look at, see, my whole entire holder fell apart again. Again. Ooh, that is a good squeak. Squeak's really messing with me today. And here's my block. So again, for those that are
says, love the colors.
just joining, we'll
You
put
picked.
4.
Can't wait to see the end result.
Let's choose 4 different blocks.
Hi, Elaine. Elaine says, first time watching you live from Scotland. She says it's
Hello.
1:30 in the morning there. Loving your
So-
block and the colors are fab.
We're gonna put 4 blocks together just so you can see one more time.
Oh, goodness, we got an Australian, 2 Canadians, now Scotland. Goodness, we're getting the people from everywhere. That's awesome.
All right, so here's what 4 blocks look like together.
Dawn says, sensational.
So there's 4. Here, we'll just do 4 more so you guys can see it. Looks really, really awesome.
Yep,
when
Jim,
it's
we
put
have
together.
Squeak out.
So we'll do 4 more. So
Oh,
you
and
can
Therese
see.
is in England.
Look at that. You guys are just all over the countries in the world.
Ellen's going to add this to her video list.
All right,
Emily
so
says,
here,
so pretty. One day I will try this.
here is what I'm doing as a layout, except I'm doing three big pieces across by 3 or 4 down. I don't remember, but that's what I'm doing.
Donna, hello. She says your work is outstanding and definitely an inspiration.
I definitely do want to make sure that I tell people every time when you're choosing your colors for your certain areas, make sure, as you can see, like look at this block, there's not much contrast from far away. It looks like all black. Make sure that you're always putting, like, see, I wasn't paying attention, but now that I am, make sure that everything that lays next to your B, E, and G pieces are always contrasted to the rest of your colors. So I just chose to do contrast between the 4 sections. And if you haven't noticed already, all of my F pieces are the greens because it looks like little leaves coming out of a flower. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but
Karen's late. She wants to know what this is called.
these are my Cleopatra fan blocks. Yeah, the other way I could have done it was all of them on point, but I chose to do it the flower way. I think it looks nice. So when I'm finally done, you guys will see it, and I'm probably gonna fancy quilt it or something. I don't know.
Teresa Mary's on now. She says,
hi, Teresa.
She says absolutely gorgeous.
So yeah, this is how many I have. Now I have 2 more to it, so now I have 6 more left to sew together. And then I will be done with everything, and I can lay it out and use the rest of all the pieces to make something into my border, or I don't know what, but we will see.
We're going to call the wiener now?
We will see when I get to it. So for now, I'm done sewing.
Well, it's been an hour and
we're going to go and grab the quilt so I can show you guys. So hopefully...
I can hand it to you. You can sit down. I'll hand it to you.
I'm going to back this up, and I'm going to turn the camera facing this way for just a moment.
Donna, can you show the on-point layout real quick?
Yeah, give me a second. We're going to do the giveaway soon, and I'll show the layout. This is the quilt I made last week for today to do as a giveaway. It's a square and a square, so if you commented on that video, you have been entered. Obviously, no more entries are allowed, but some lucky person will be winning this quilt today. Here is the back. It is brushed cotton, which feels like flannel. So
yes, it does feel just like flannel.
It feels just like flannel. And I'll bring it close so that you guys can see. I did do a video on the quilting, so you guys can see it's just swirls and leaves and ribbons and all sorts of stuff.
Well, Sunday's video you made it, and what was it, Mondays you did the quilting?
Yeah. So I had finished it that Sunday night. I should have stayed. Oh, and I signed it. I forgot to put a tag, so I signed it and put one of my purse tags on here. So whoever wins it, it's signed by me.
With a purse tag.
With a purse tag. Because I totally forgot a regular tag. So one lucky person is going to win this today. And I'm going to these.
Katrina says, you make me want to start quilting.
All right, hold on.
Everyone else is saying, love it, beautiful, wow.
Let me move the pussycat out of here. And then I'll lay these blocks out so you guys can see, because I know you're super curious. I'll just lay a couple of them on the floor so you can see what on point would look like. So Scott can just...
I'm going to man it. Calm down.
Camera down.
Right now,
I'm not doing mine this way, but this is another layout that's very popular for Cleopatra's fan blocks. This is on point. Like this. This is a very popular layout.
Teresa says she's kicking herself for not commenting. Karen says, I just sent a quilt to be quilted, but it won't be as nice as that. Well, so, Karen, if you want, next time you can send it to us. That's up to you guys, but...
All the quilting I do is 100% all freehand, so there's no computers or anything. So this is what on point would look like. You get the picture, right? Blah, blah, blah.
Carol says mine is on point.
Yeah, this is what it would look like.
Teresa says pretty, but love the flower look.
Yeah, I like the flower better. So, and with the colors that I chose, obviously it looks better. But this is what on point looks like.
Okay, Dawn asks, so if those are 10-inch blocks, what size to cut for filler sides?
For filler, what do you mean?
Oh, sides.
For this side?
Yeah, for the filler.
Probably an 11-inch block on you know, cut the seam once, I would just do like an 11-inch block, so that way you have a little bit of seam allowance, you know.
Yes, Heather, he's always in here with us.
And or you can use half of a Clio block.
Diane
like
says,
that,
okay, I'm drooling.
but a half of a Clio block doesn't look right to me. I don't think so, at least. But
Lizette says, love it. Cheryl says, how beautiful.
and then the corners would be 14-inch cut on the diagonal twice, I think. So yeah, that's that. All right, let me clean all this up before my cat gets his hair all
Well,
over it.
guys, we had well over 100 people comment, so I'm not sure exactly name by name who did or not.
Yep, and unfortunately, I'm not going back to do any of that stuff. So, and we're just gonna have CJ come in here.
Some of you commented more than once too, but you only get one entry. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. He's hiding. There he is. You guys can see a little fluff ball.
He's gonna get shaved this week before I have my surgery. All right. There's that.
Dawn says, okay, that's usually what I do too, but you're so talented.
All right.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn this. Where do you want it turned? Okay, then you turn.
Right there's fine. Perfect. Because I'm not sewing anymore. So.
Thank you, Shelly. Shelly says, oh, he's so pretty.
Alrighty. So we're going to draw a winner. We're going to draw a winner.
Your name's behind you.
Yep, I know. I'm going to have CJ come in here and pull a name.
Surgery is the 17th on St. Patty's Day. Right,
So-
my love?
Here's all the names in a little tub. And I'm going to have CJ come in here. And he is going to draw a winner from this pile of handwritten names. So this is why I need a different method of drawings, because I always...
We didn't use the
Handwritten.
comment picker this time, Kathleen. We wrote them all down. We read them and
Yeah.
wrote them all down. We did it the hard way.
Yeah. CJ, come draw a name, please, now. Okay, well, you're doing it anyway.
Boy. Excuse me.
Okay, CJ's gonna draw a name. I'm not looking, he's not looking, just draw a name.
There's that one.
And
There's
the winner
that one.
is Lisa Peg.
Oh,
The
Lisa, you
winner
still on
is
here?
Lisa Peg. Lisa Peg, you are the winner of a, don't fall. A quilt. A quilt made by me. A quilt made by me.
We need your address, Lisa, and we can get it in the mail tomorrow.
So there we are. Congratulations, Lisa. Yay! She can cuddle up now in this. I'm just going to put all over myself so you can have my
She
DNA.
She
all
says no
over
effing
it.
way.
My DNA is now all over it for you. So there we have it. Congratulations.
Now you
Yay.
definitely have to feed that daggone raccoon, Lisa. See? He was your good luck charm. I didn't read all those comments. She was attacked by a raccoon while you were sewing.
Oh, oh man, that sucks.
Yes. I
right.
told her the raccoon was hungry. She needed to feed it because she was talking about food earlier. She was making ribs.
Well, congratulations, Lisa. And don't worry, all of you guys get other chances to win when I make other projects to give away. So, yeah, congratulations. And I'm getting off of here. Lisa, don't forget to email me. And
Yes, we need your
Um,
address.
other than that,
I will go
I'm
to the
glad
post
you guys
office
all-
tomorrow.
joined today for Sew Sunday while I made some more Clio blocks. I just have 6 more to make. Oh, 6 more, and then I'll be done, and I can just sew these all together and be done.
We got different size boxes from the post office. We had to order them online, and we found out some of their boxes are cheaper. So hopefully it won't cost us that much to ship it.
Anyway, so I hope you guys all enjoyed today. Thank you for hanging out, and soon as I get a chance, I got to quilt another quilt, which will be the Not So Alone Lone Star. So yeah.
Yes, that's going on the machine next, right?
No, actually, there's a little panel going
Oh,
on next,
okay.
then
That one?
the big one.
That
So
one?
yeah, yes.
Okay.
So yeah, I have lots of things. I'm trying to get everything done. I am almost 100% done besides the Dresden, but I might be able to start and complete a Dresden in a short amount of time. It's not that hard. So anyways, thank you guys for watching and hanging out. I hope you guys are all sewing on a Sunday.
Maybe you'll do a bag in
And
between.
Maybe.
A bag in a while.
Maybe. And thank you for hanging out. And don't forget to subscribe that way, somewhere down there, you know, and like my videos and share them with your quilty friends. And I will see you guys tomorrow, probably.
Bye.